Hello my dear students, in this video we are going to discuss the topic youth in Nazi Germany. Means how the youth were treated in the Nazi Germany, under the rule of Hitler. Hitler was so much interested in the youth, means in the young generation, because according to him, young generation, the youth of the country is very important for any of the country because they are the nation builders. That's why Hitler was so much interested in youth. He wanted to teach the youth the Nazi ideology, the ideology of their party. What they think, they want to teach the young generation the same ideology so that the country, whole of the country have the same ideology of the Nazi Germany. So he was so much interested in the youth, in the young generation of the country, because they wanted to teach them their ideology of Hitler, Nazi ideology. And for this, they know that they need to control a child both from inside as well as from the outside the school. In the school also they want to teach them their ideology, and outside also they want to have a control on their mind. And for this they have made some specific step-by-step rules, so that by following them they can have the youth who were having the Nazi ideology. The rules were adopted by them, the steps which were adopted by them we will discuss now. First step taken by the Hitler regarding the school, related to the schools, because youth goes to the school. So first step for teaching the youth of the country is get started from the schooling, from their schooling. So first step taken by Hitler was that he firstly cleaned, all schools were clean and purified. But these are the terms used here, clean and the purified. Clean means not simple cleaning. It means that all the Jews as well as the undesirable people. You know about the undesirable people under the Nazi Germany? Means like the gypsies or the non-Aryan race, physically and mentally retarded Germans also. They all were considered to be the undesirable. So cleaning and purifying means all the teachers as well as the students who were Jews or belong to any undesirable class, they all should be removed from the school. Either they are teacher or the school or the student. So this is the cleaning or the purification of the school. Means all the Jews and undesirable should be removed from the schools. And in 1940, till 1940, all the schools get cleaned off, get purified of these undesirable group. And after that, you know, in the previous video, I had told you after 1940, they all were taken to the gas chamber. And you know, regarding the gas chambers, sorry, I had also told you the name of certain gas chambers like that of the Auschwitz. And what happened in the gas chamber? They are like rooms, like bathrooms. They are the shower like structure is there from where the poisonous gas came out, and all the people who were there inside get died because of that. So till 1940, all the schools were cleaned off, were purified from the unwanted, undesirable people like the Jews or other undesirable classes. And in 1940 or after 1940, they all were taken to the gas chambers. Okay. Now we will discuss what were the teaching, what was taught to the children under the Nazi Germany. Good Germans. Good Germans means the main Nordic German Aryan race. Good German children were given Nazi schooling by ideological teaching. Means now in the schools only the good Germans were left. Only the Nordic German Aryan race children and teachers are left. Now these people who are left in the schools, now the teachers there give these students the training, the mental training, the teaching of the Nazi ideology. Now they started teaching these students the Nazi ideology, or you can also say synonymously that the Hitler ideology. The textbook, the school textbook were rewritten. They were rewritten according to the Nazi ideology, based on the Nazi ideology. All the school textbook were written again. And new subject was introduced in the schools, which was the racial science, means the science of the races, human races like the Aryan race, or you can all say other races are also there, non-Aryan races. So racial science was introduced to justify Nazi idea of race. Through the racial science, they teach us that how the German Aryans are the superior race in the world. So that's why the racial science was introduced in the schools to be taught to the students. Then stereotype related to the Jews were popularized. Stereotype, I had told you earlier also regarding the stereotype, is a particular type, a fixed image of certain thing. So a stereotype was taught related to the Jews, like Jews are like that, they have a beard, as well as they wear a chogas type of a dress. All these things means a certain kind of a stereotype, a fixed image of the Jews was taught through this, and that image get popularized. Like it is popular that the Sikh wear a turban. A certain kind of a fixed image which is there in the mind of the people is get popularized for the Jews also. And in the schools, the children were taught anti-Jews feeling. Anti-Jew feeling, a certain term is used for that, that is anti-Semitism. Anti means against, Semitism means Jews. Anti-Semitic teaching was done in schools, means the children were taught to have a feeling against the Jews. Through the mathematics class also, I had told you earlier, also this thing that through a mathematical class they were also taught the racial science, that these Jews are having a nose like a 6 number and this number is unlucky. This type of the teaching was started, racial science was started to be taught to the children. Now what was expected under the Nazi Germany from our children? How the boy should be like, how the girl should be like, this thing we will study. The children, especially the boy children, were taught to be loyal. All the children were taught to be loyal, submissive, hate Jews and worship Hitler. These are the main things which were taught to the children from the age of 3. When they were even can't be able to think properly, from that stage they were taught these things, that they have to worship the Hitler. Hitler is like Masiha for the country, so you have to worship him, you have to obey him, you have to hate the Jews, you have to be submissive towards the Hitler, as well as loyal towards your country. So these were taught to the children from the age of 3. The sports which were introduced with which were played in the schools were also based on the spirit of violence. Means through the sports also they were taught to be violent and aggressive in nature. Like one of the sport is the boxing. Because this through the boxing the children get aggressive. They get according to Hitler, the boxing is the Hitler believed that boxing make our children iron-hearted, strong-hearted, strong, masculine. So the sports, only those sports were introduced through which the children became strong, iron-hearted, masculine. They have the feeling of violence and aggression in themselves. All these things were taught. Why these things were taught to the children? So that they were ready to fight in a war in future for the Hitler from the side of Germany to the world. When the child, as I told you, the mental training of the children started from the age of 3. They were giving the teaching of a Nazi ideology, and when the child comes to the age of 10 years, they were sent to Jungswalk, where they were giving the further training. After that, when a child comes to the age of 14 years, then they were sent to a youth organization. The name of the organization was the Hitler Youth. Earlier, when this organization was established in the year 1922, and at that time when it was established, its name was Youth League of Nazi. Youth League of Nazi. This was established in 1922. But after 4 years, the name got changed to the Hitler Youth. This was the youth organization in which the children were admitted when they reached to the age of 14. Now, what happened here in this organization? In this organization, a rigorous ideological and physical training were given to the youth boys especially. Rigorous physical as well as the ideological training. Means they were trained to follow the Hitler ideology fully. They were taught to worship a war. Means they were taught that war is a good thing for the nation for extending its territory. So they were taught to worship a war. They were taught to glorify the violence and aggression. These are the good things to be taught to them. They were taught to condemn the democracy. It was taught to them that the democracy is a bad thing, dictatorship is a good form of a government, and they were also taught to hate Jews and undesirable classes which were there in the country. So all these ideological training as well as the physical training were given to the children in this youth organization, which is called to be the Hitler Youth Organization. And when the child reached to the age of 18 years, then they have to join the labor service. They have to provide labor service for certain years. And then they had to join the armed forces and enter one of the Nazi organization. Means they have to attach themselves to one of the Nazi organization, and they have to join the armed forces also, either the army or any other armed forces. As I told you, many were there, secret police were there and others were there. So they have to join any one of them for serving the nation, for serving the Hitler. So this is how the children were trained under the Nazi Germany. Apart from this organization of the Nazi party, all other organizations, all other youth organizations were banned in the country of Germany. Okay. Now student, this is all about how the youth were trained under the Nazi Germany and which type of the training was given to the boys. Now we come to the women. How the mothers were treated under the Nazi Germany. What was the ideology, what was the thinking of the Hitler related to the women, related to the mother. So, according to Hitler, the women is the bearer of Aryan culture. Means Hitler considered women to be the very important element in the Nazi Germany, because they are the bearer of the Aryan culture, because they give birth to a Aryan children, and through them only the Aryan race will progress further. Means they give the birth to a children. So they are very important part in the Nazi Germany. But according to Hitler, racially both men and the women are different. So women do not demand to have a equality right, should not demand to be equal to that of the man. The duties performed by both expected by the Hitler are different. As the boys were expected to fight in a war, they have to be aggressive in nature, they have to be violent. On the other hand, it was expected from the women, from the mothers to give birth to the Aryan children and to teach them the Nazi ideology. So according to Hitler, the women have to be a good mother. This is their primary duty. So Hitler was, against the democracy. And this is also the democratic principle, that is the gender equality. So Hitler was also against the gender equality. According to Hitler, both the genders are different, so they have to be treated differently. We should not treat them equally. And the jobs or the duties performed by them is also different. Girls were taught to be a good mother and to give birth and rear a pure-blooded Aryan children and look after the home and to teach their children the Nazi ideology. This is only the duty to be expected performed by the mothers. And the burden of the Aryan race is on the shoulder of a women, because as I told you, they were considered to be the bearer of the Aryan culture, Aryan race. That's why it is important for a girl to maintain the purity of the race. And how they can maintain the purity of the race? By having a distance from the Jews or undesirable classes in the society. If they have any relation with the Jews, or they get married to Jew or any other undesirable group, then obviously the child which get birth by that shall not be the pure Aryan blooded child. So that child was considered by the Hitler to be undesirable. That's why it is important for a woman, for a girl, to maintain a distance from the Jews as well as the undesirable people. For maintaining the purity of the Aryan race. And if they were unable to do that, then they were punished. On the other hand, if they were able to maintain the purity of the race, they give birth to a pure-blooded Aryan children, then they were awarded. They were given concessions in the theaters also, in shopping malls, in the buses. No fear was taken from them. Many privileges were given to the mothers who give birth to Aryan children. But on the other hand, the one who have any kind of a relation with the Jews or any other non-Aryan, then they were punished. How they were punished? Their head was shaved and their face was colored black, and after that a placard was hanged in their neck, and on that placard it was written that I am spoiled the dignity of my country, of my race, I had done me something wrong. So this was the punishment given to the women or the girl who had any kind of a relation, who get married to any of the Jews. Apart from that, they were even given the punishment to be put in a jail, or their family, total family get killed off. They have to be, they get aparted from their family, their husband and their children were killed off by the Nazis. So these were the punishment given. Hitler considered mother, as I told you, as the most important citizen under the Nazi Germany. They are the bearer of the Aryan race. And that's why they have to only give birth to a desirable, pure-blooded Aryan children. To enough women, to encourage the women to have it is also important to have, according to the Hitler, women should have many children so that they get admitted in the army and the Aryan race keep on multiplying. And for encouraging the women to have many children, many kind of the honors were started, many awards were started to be given under the Nazi Germany. Now let's listen what were the awards given to encourage the women to have many children. A kind of a cross symbol, honor cross symbol was started to be given. If women have 4 children, if women have 4 children, then they were given a bronze cross. If they have 6 children, then they were given a silver cross. And if they had 8 children, then they were given 8 or more children, then they were given a gold cross. So these were the awards given to the women for giving birth by giving a birth to a pure blooded Aryan children. And this was done to motivate them, to encourage them to have many children. So student, this is all about how the youth, girls as well as the boys, were treated under the Nazi Germany. What were the importance of the youth in the Nazi Germany? Thank you.